They say love conquers all, but in medieval times, love barely stood a chance. Imagine waking up on your wedding day, not with excitement, but fear. Not because of cold feet, but because you're marrying someone you've never met. Your father agreed to it when you were still playing with wooden dolls or learning how to ride a horse. The decision wasn't yours. It never was. You're 14, your husband is 35, he smells of sweat, war, and ale. But that doesn't matter. What matters is his land, his title, his ability to protect your father's estate in times of war. This was the reality of marriage in the Middle Ages. It wasn't built on romance. It was built on politics, bloodlines, and survival. If you think your modern relationship is hard because your partner forgot your birthday, try living in a time when your only role was to bear children. Not one or two, as many as your body could physically manage. Because children were your only currency. Sons were your contribution to legacy. Daughters were bargaining tools. And birth? That wasn't joy. It was a gamble with death. 1 in 3 women died during childbirth. There were no hospitals, no anesthetics, no choice. Still think you'd survive? Let's say you're lucky. You survived childbirth, but now you're in a house where your voice doesn't matter. You're not allowed to speak at public gatherings. You can't inherit property unless every male relative dies first. And if your husband dies, you don't get independence. You get handed over to another man like a coat changing shoulders. Infidelity? If a man cheated, it was natural temptation. If you did even once, it was called adultery. A crime, a sin, sometimes even a reason to be stoned in public. Oh, and forget divorce. The church didn't allow it. Marriage was forever, even if it meant forever miserable. Abuse, suffering, neglect, that wasn't grounds for separation. That was your duty. Even in noble families, where wealth could buy you silk dresses and golden rings, couldn't buy you happiness. Princesses were often married at 12 or 13 to kings and lords they feared. Some were locked away in towers. Some were poisoned. Others were simply forgotten after giving birth to an heir. And the peasants, they had it worse. Marriage was about sharing labor. Wives worked in the fields, raised children, made food, nursed the sick, and still obeyed their husbands like servants. Disobedience could be punished publicly and brutally. Still want a medieval wedding? It's easy to romanticize history. We picture castles, ball gowns, candlelight. But the truth is darker, more brutal. The truth is that love, real, equal, respectful love, was a rare gem buried under centuries of silence. And if you, with your free mind, modern voice, and basic human rights, were dropped into a medieval marriage, you wouldn't survive. You'd fight, you'd scream, you'd demand freedom. And for that, they'd call you mad, or worse, a witch. So the next time you think relationships today are hard, just remember, back then, you weren't choosing who to love. You were just trying to stay alive. If this story made you pause even for a second, share it. Let others remember that freedom and love is a gift, and we owe it to those who never had it. Don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more untold truths of the past.